Okay, this video is about my favorite resource for families. This is, I think, really good for Catholic homeschool families, but even if you're not a homeschool family, you could still use this in your home. This is called Program for Achieving Character Education for Catholic Schools and Homes. This is by M. Monica Speech. I purchased this from Emmanuel Books. It's called PACE for short. And what this is a character / virtue courses or lessons. This is a resource for pretty much your kindergartner, maybe a little bit of your preschooler, all the way to about 6th grade. That this is resourceful from, although I'm sure you could adapt it to your older children for you to work together as a family with. And this, let's see, hold on, I'm skipping things. It covers these virtues: self-discipline, work, perseverance, faith and trust, compassion, friendship, courage, loyalty, responsibility, and honesty. I'm going to flip. So the first section is self-discipline, and I'm going to go through this to show you an example. It's got quotations, and all these different quotations have to do with self-discipline. So, for example, it's something as simple as an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And then you got longer ones, like this is from St. Francis de Sales. The next page will have the definition of the virtue, and then synonyms and antonyms. You have stories. That the foundation of this program is William Bennett's books. I forgot to pull them out. Hold on. This is the Book of Virtues, and the other one is, hold on, let's go to the bookshelf and see real quick. This one. So you would use his two, I think, most popular books, although the other ones are popular too, but I think the most important ones to have is the Book of Virtues, The Moral Compass by William J. Bennett. You use this as a foundation. So depending on what grade, kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, it will suggest what stories are appropriate for that grade level. And it tells you BOV would be the Book of Virtues, this book. TMC is the Moral Compass, this book. And it tells you where to find these stories in the book. Most of them are, if you could see, a lot of these are Proverbs, Aesop fables. Some of them are Bible tales retold. And some of them are repeated for different grades. So it tells you what story you would read in here. Then it has from the Bible. These passages, it tells you different passages in the Bible that could be related to the virtue or show how that, show an example of the virtue or an example of the opposite of the virtue. This is Marrying the Saints. It'll tell you to meditate on the Blessed Virgin Mary's life of obedience, since this is self-discipline. It'll give you something to think about, and then prayers or meditations that go along with it. Saints who were showed the virtues, saints who struggled with that virtue and maybe came it. Quotes from a saint that have to do with the virtue. And then it has a recommended book list. These are books that you would get from the library. And it tells you what grade level is appropriate and who the author is. Books that would have to do with the virtue. Then discussions. An example would be, why is it important to learn to control your temper? Do you sometimes have trouble controlling yours? So, hold on, I'm moving the camera too much. You would discuss these questions, and it continues. It has some writing assignments that the children could do based on the virtue. It has music assignments based on the virtue, art assignments, nature or science experiments that can demonstrate the virtue, classroom projects. Let's see, an example would be for 1 week or 1 month, don't eat any snacks or junk food. And then it ended with a final quote. Let's see. And then how to practice this virtue. Different things that you could pick and choose. What I like about this is you should be using this year after year after year, because there's no way you could talk about self-discipline with your kindergartner and expect them to be just self-disciplined for the rest of their lives. So as a family, what we do is we might pick one virtue a month, and then kind of we'll read one of these stories and one of those, or maybe just one per each grade, in different weeks. And then we'll have our discussions, and we'll look up the stories of the saints that they recommend. We just end up having a lot of discussions. Sometimes I'll go to the library and I'll check out these books. And have read some really great books from these discussions. We've done some of these projects. If we've had really busy months, then I might have skipped the writing and skipped all that. But I made sure we at least read something from the Book of Virtues, or maybe something from these books, and had a discussion. And then maybe also something from Scripture. And so it's one of my favorite things to do, because I strongly believe in teaching your children character qualities. A lot of these are character qualities that I even need to be reminded to do myself. So as a family, even with my husband, we go through a lot of these virtues, and we've used it for maybe 2 years now. And again, it's our favorite thing to do. Sometimes we'll do it at night, not necessarily during the day as a homeschool thing, but as a family thing. And if I've seen the children are struggling with their friendships, I'll say, okay, maybe it's the time that we need to read these things about friendship. Or if I see that they're being lazy about their work, I'll say, oh, we need to do work. If you're planning a school year, you could say that's where we're going to do the first month, second month, and so forth. But definitely my favorite resource that we have for our family. And that's it. Bye.